What is going on, guys? This is Meso here, and today I'm going to be reacting to 12 crazy boyfriends you won't believe actually exist. So I'm going to assume that these are crazy, psycho bastards who abuse the shit out of their girlfriends. So yeah, let's get to it.
A good relationship is difficult to find, especially when you're dealing with crazy, unstable boyfriends. Here are the shocking deeds of some boyfriends who were cruel to their former lovers. Edition Thompson is a 34-year-old man who lived in Buffalo. He faked his own death because he impregnated his girlfriend's 11-year-old daughter. As a result, he ran away from Buffalo and made his family stage a fake funeral service.
Damn.
But he was later arrested, even though he attempted suicide and a fake heart attack. A 47-year-old man was arrested and charged in court for kidnapping and tying up his former girlfriend. The woman was said to have broken up with him a few months back, but the man persisted in chasing the woman and planned to kidnap her. Eventually, he kidnapped the Japanese woman and took her to bed. The woman was able to escape after about 38 hours of being kidnapped. The man was arrested and made to confess he had actually committed the offense.
Good.
Dwayne Lang, a 47-year-old man who is an HIV victim,
he looks younger than
his girlfriend
47.
with fake HIV test results in order to have unprotected sex with her. He forged the document from the AIDS Center of Queens County in Rego Park because he wanted his girlfriend to believe he was HIV negative. Dwayne himself later confessed that he had been living with HIV for many years. Though the woman's HIV status remains unknown, even after a series of unprotected sex with him, Dwayne was arrested and imprisoned.
He got what he deserved.
John Duncan, a 47-year-old man, was sentenced to 90 years of imprisonment after he was convicted of trying to set his girlfriend on fire. It was learnt that John became jealous while he and his lover were celebrating a friend's birthday at a bar. The woman had to leave the venue, but John followed her home. It was reported that John started calling her names, filled the whole house with gasoline, and then lit a lighter. He said his girlfriend and her dog should burn in hell, then fled. Fortunately, the lady and her dog escaped. She quickly called 911 and the police pursued John. He was arrested and jailed after being found guilty of assault with the use of a deadly weapon.
Yeah, he's crazy.
An Australian man publicly broke up
dude.
with his girlfriend by writing his intentions on signs and putting them by the side of a busy road in New South Wales. Though the reason for the breakup was unknown, the Australian couple seemed to be living together. This was assumed from what was written on one of the signs, asking the woman to pack up in 6 days. Jennifer, the woman, became the talk of the town because of the embarrassing nature of the breakup. But there was a mixed reaction over whether the idea was actually a way to embarrass Jennifer or a mere joke. 57-year-old David Simmons was arrested and sued for distributing his former girlfriend's sex photos as Christmas cards. He pleaded guilty to all the charges leveled against him. However, he was given suspension instead of serving the 2-year jail term. David was accused of taking his former girlfriend's photographs during intercourse without her consent and sending them to her relatives as Christmas cards.
Fucking retard. A
33-year-old man and his herbalist friend were apprehended by the police in their attempt to use his girlfriend for a money ritual in Abadan, Oyo. On Easter Day, the boyfriend invited the 17-year-old girl to an eatery to join a couple of his friends to wine and dine.
I've never heard of that.
The girl was given a poisoned stout and she collapsed on their way to the herbalist's house. Fortunately, a group of vigilantes saw them when they carried her inside the house. They informed the police and the two friends were arrested. Michael Vinson is a beer addict who robbed his girlfriend for money to drink. Michael's girlfriend, who was heavily pregnant, thought it was time for her delivery, and she told Michael to take her to the hospital so she could have the baby. Instead, Michael punched her twice and threatened her with a knife, then robbed her for beer money. When the lady was finally assisted to the hospital, it was discovered that it was not time for her to deliver the baby. A 31-year-old Seattle man, Graydon Smith, is facing court charges for forcing his teenage pregnant girlfriend to sign an agreement that would allow him to assault her anywhere on her body. He was accused of domestic violence against the 19-year-old woman. She claimed that he had threatened to kill her and that he could carry out the threat due to the fact that she had been forced to sign the contract. Graydon's stepfather also testified against him with regards on how he abused his girlfriend. The presence of the officers gave the pregnant lady an opportunity to flee the house as she was bleeding profusely from her face. Graydon was charged with second-degree assault and was to remain in jail with his bail set at $100,000. Jacoby Laquan Smith was sued for beating up his quadruple amputee girlfriend on the ground, after which he said he was defending himself. The girlfriend, Tyesha Bell, had to have both of her arms and legs amputated due to an illness she suffered during childhood. He claimed that Tyesha had been cheating on him even before they had had a dispute, which resulted in his beating her mercilessly. Jacoby said she punched his groin with her nub when he turned on the TV, and he then gave her the beating of her life. But Tyesha still wants to get married to him, admitting that they both needed anger management. Two lovebirds, Jordan Taylor and Laura Davies, were 22 and 21 years old respectively. Jordan had been dating his girlfriend Laura for several months, and they lived together in her house until Laura got tired of Jordan's excessive controlling attitude and jealous behavior. Laura was brutally murdered the day she decided to call it quits with him. The problem seemed to have started in the kitchen because Laura had cooked and dished up the food for the both of them. But Jordan claimed that Laura attacked him first with a knife, and he tried to defend himself and stabbed Laura several times. He was therefore sentenced to 23 years in prison for the brutal murder of Laura. Jedediah Stipe, a 27-year-old man, posted an advertisement on Craigslist posing as his former girlfriend and requested men to come and sexually harass her in a violent manner. However, the lady herself saw the post and quickly reported it to the police as well as Craigslist's administration. The post was deleted from the website immediately. Unfortunately, a man named Ty McDowell had seen the post and got the number provided on the website, not knowing he was chatting with Jedediah. They both agreed on the terms, and Oliver went to the woman's house with a knife. He harassed her, tied her up, and raped her. Oliver and Jedediah were arrested and charged with sexual assault.
Oh, that's why a lot of fathers are overprotective with their daughters, because they don't want them anywhere near crazy ass dudes. And do you know that there's another video, it's called Crazy Girlfriends You Won't Believe Actually Exists. It's pretty much the opposite of this video, and you know what I noticed? That video has like no views compared to this one, the one that I've just watched. That explains a lot. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be back with another reaction. Peace.